If you're watching this video, you are ready to stop letting your old self hold you back, okay? We're stepping into the identity of who you truly are. When it comes to creating your alter ego, this is not a fake it till you make it fake persona. This is your true self underneath all the baggage, underneath the old conditioning, limiting beliefs, the fears, the labels that other people have placed upon you. So before I became the confidence personal growth coach, public speaker, before I became someone who loves who she is, who attracted her dream partner, who lives at peace with who she is, I was someone who was so insecure about myself. I was afraid of speaking to other people. I was labeled as shy, and I started believing that. But here's the thing. I knew that I was meant for more. I knew that I wanted to work in television, that I wanted to be in front of the camera, that I had something to say, that I wanted to be a public speaker. But people in my life would be like, but you're so shy and you're so quiet. Like, people on TV need to be vibrant and loud and bold, and you're just you're awkward, you're shy, you don't really talk. And I started believing that. I truly did. And then I got sick of it. And when I turned 20 years old, I was like, I'm moving to Los Angeles and I'm pursuing a career in television. I'm gonna be in front of the cameras. I started being that person who went from shy to I'm a leader. Like, I started owning it. Like, who would my ideal self be? Because your alter ego is your ideal self. And your ideal self, again, is the person without the baggage. The person who's not carrying this like heavy backpack full of old beliefs and conditioning and fears and doubts, okay? I dropped that. I left that baggage in my hometown of Modesto, and I decided that when I moved to LA, I would be the person who initiates the conversations, who makes friends easily, who steps out of her comfort zone. And so when I went to college, I just decided, I'm gonna drink some water. I just decided that I was a confident human being who led. I didn't follow. And I was not that person in college who was like going out to parties and getting drunk. I was the type of person who was like, I mean, it happened once, but I was the type of person who was like, I am gonna go and plan things and invite my friends. Who wants to go hiking? Who wants to go get drinks at Chili's? Who wants to just like live life with me, right? It was so easy for me to make friends. And not only did having this alter ego of confident Karla who moved to LA to pursue television and the entertainment industry, not only did that impact my friendships, it also impacted what opportunities came to me. It was so easy from like my group of friends. I was the one who would get internships offered to her. I worked at Ryan Seacrest, at ABC. I was able to do things behind the scenes, in front of the camera, and I started a YouTube channel, and that is what allowed me to feel more confident in myself because I was putting myself out there doing daily vlogs. And so your ideal self is going to require you to step out of your comfort zone. And I know that could be terrifying. So the first thing is to drop the baggage. So I created a workshop that I'm hosting. No, this is not a sales pitch. I am inviting a group of women to go like fully into a deep dive session of creating their alter ego in an hour. So I'm just gonna summarize everything for you in like 10 minutes. So if you're watching this video, you are getting a summary of it because alter ego work does take you to drop the baggage on a subconscious level, right? There is fears and conditionings from the past, from parents, from your teachers, from your peers, just from society that over the years you have held on to, right? But your alter ego, she drops that baggage that she's been holding on for 5, 10, 20 years like this, okay? And so what are you willing to do to step into the identity of the person that you want to be, okay? What are you willing to drop? Because in order to step into the ideal version of yourself, you can't take the baggage with you. For me, I knew that I needed to drop this label of being shy, of being awkward, of being someone who doesn't talk to strangers and doesn't make friends easily like all of my other friends. That I wasn't charismatic, that I didn't have anything to say, that I stumbled. I had to drop that. I had to leave that. Let it go. So what have people said about me that is not true? Drop that. What did I learn was too much, and because of that, I don't allow myself to shine. Drop that. What do I still hear in my head? One of the things that I still hear is I talk too much. Drop that. And once you let go of that baggage, okay, you are going to dive into creating your ideal self, your alter ego. Because your ideal self, she is embodied. And she's available now. She is ready to start embodying the person that she knows is inside of her. She's ready to unleash her. And here's the thing. Even your most favorite celebrities have alter egos. When you think about Beyonce, she has Sasha Fierce. And I didn't know this about Beyonce. I mean, I learned about this actually watching the Selena series. But she was like this shy young girl who really wanted to be an artist. And in the scene of the Selena series, she's like admiring this famous artist, Selena, right? She's like, one day I want to be her. And so she started embodying Sasha Fierce. Sasha Fierce is confident. She's a performer. She puts herself out there. She is a fierce, bold performer. And here's the thing. When you create an ideal self, an alter ego, it's essentially the version of you who gives herself permission to stop overthinking, to stop waiting to be ready. She takes up space without over-explaining herself, okay? So when creating your ideal self, here's what I want you to think about. Who do I choose to be mentally? How do I react emotionally when something doesn't go my way, when someone says something that's not true about me? How do I treat my body physically? So think about how you nourish your body, the way that you treat your body, self-care, boundaries, the environment you put your body in, the things that you put your body through. And then what values or truth guide me spiritually? This is when you can start thinking about your purpose, your faith, what brings you peace. And when creating your ideal self, write it in the form of already being that person. This is essentially your guide. I am at peace. I feel calm when I wake up first thing in the morning. When someone says something that is not true about me, I shrug. I stay silent. I step into my wisdom and know that it is just a projection of their own. And this is something that you are going to read, I would say daily for the first 7 days, but definitely weekly. Think about this as, again, your guide, but I'm gonna share a story because I love sharing stories. But when a few years ago, I finally spoke up about something that I believe to be true, that you can be a present mama and still have passions. And this was even before I became a mom. But there was someone in my life who had called me a narcissist for desiring to be one day a mom and an entrepreneur. And I had not been integrated with who I desired to be. But I was like working on her. I was doing the inner work. And one of the things that I did is I reacted emotionally. And instead of just like what my ideal self would do is I'd pause and I wouldn't over explain. I wouldn't give people a reaction when they say something about me that I don't believe to be true. But instead what I did is I reacted and I attacked back. And it's not something that I regret because I have learned from it, but I would have handled it differently. And so now I know that when someone says something about me that isn't true, or maybe they get triggered and then, you know, react emotionally. I don't want to say exaggerate because everyone has the right to feel the way that they want, but I no longer let their reaction become a definition of who I am. I trust that I'm grounded in my self-concept because of this work, because I have created my alter ego, my ideal self. I know who I am mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. And it also becomes so much easier for you to step into the identity everywhere you go, in every area of your life. You can create this alter ego specifically for your business. Like I recently created Prepared Patricia. I love naming my alter egos because it's like fun. But let's talk about Prepared Patricia. Prepared Patricia is specifically in my business. Like I want to create better systems for my business. I want to be able to create more content and like not really have my scripts. Like I did not write a script for this except the workshop that I have here that I've been working on today. But this is stuff that I know. So like I just want to show up confidently, but I want to have like videos prepared that I could just like upload and schedule, right? So in order to do that, I have to create systems. I have to plan what videos are going to go what day and stuff like that, right? Prepared Patricia also allows me to, even though there is like a sense of stability and systems and readiness in her business, because she's prepared, she creates peace because she's no longer scattered with like all these ideas and projects and deadlines and things like that. She has a system, she has an assistant. Prepared Patricia just is able to focus on what she does well, which is coaching women on being their most authentic, confident selves. She shows up to her challenges, she does her courses, she coaches women, she public speaks, so she's not worried about all the techie stuff, she's not editing her videos. And because Prepared Patricia has it going on and she has it together, it bleeds into my life, right? And this piece is allowing me to focus more on making meals for my family more often. Because I do love to cook, and I feel like lately, because I've been posting videos daily, which I'm not doing all year, but all that to say, when you create an alter ego for one area of your life, Prepared Patricia is the business gal. She bleeds into my relationship, into motherhood, into my health, for being able to prepare healthy meals, right? So just because you create an alter ego in one area of your life doesn't mean that she's not going to show up in other places, right? But it just allows you to step into that, to build that part of you. I think about an alter ego that I created about 2 years ago. Her name was Eloquent Amelia. Eloquent Amelia loves to read, and because she loves to read, she becomes a better speaker, a better coach, a better leader, and she expresses herself better in relationships, in her marriage, in her friendships. Eloquent Amelia doesn't always have something to say, but when she does, it is full of wisdom. So I'm going to leave you with that. Those are just some ideas that I created. So get clear on who it is that you are ready to step into, what identity of who you truly are. Remember, because your alter ego is who you are. It's your authentic self without the baggage. Think about who she is. Create her. Come back to this video and let me know, what are some of her traits? What did you name her? I'd love to meet her. Okay? All right, I will leave you with that. And if you want me to go deeper into this, maybe I'll just create this workshop to be open to the public, not just my clients, but also I'll create more videos around this subject. Okay, leave a comment, again, introducing your alter ego if you decide to come back to this video, and also like, subscribe for more videos about personal growth, confidence, authenticity, intentional living. Basically, I am the gal who helps you focus on what matters most to you. All right, talk to you later. Bye.